Hello everyone, my name is CMA Panktiveni. Welcome back to CMA Modules. Today we are going to record a video lecture for direct tax amendments. These amendments are applicable for June 23 exams, intern and final level students. Assessment year applicable for these exams are 2023 to 24 and previous year is 22-23. There is no change in slab rates. Just we'll have a look. So for individuals, HUF, Association of Person, Body of Individuals, Artificial Judicial Person. In case of super senior citizen, earlier also it was 5 lakh, up to 5 lakh it was exempt. In this year also, for previous year 22-23 also, up to 5 lakh of income is exempt for me. If I am a super senior citizen, 80 or above 80 years of age, up to 5 lakh rupees, my income is exempt, no taxation. From 5 lakh to 10 lakh, 20% of tax. Above 10 lakhs, 30% of tax. In case of senior citizen, up to 3 lakh is exempt for me. Sorry. 3 lakh to 5 lakh is taxable at the rate of 5%. 5 lakh to 10 lakh at the rate of 20% and 10 lakh and above at the rate of 30%. Senior citizen means an individual who is a resident in India and is of at least 60 years of age at any time during relevant previous year. Who is of 60 years, 60 or more is senior citizen, 80 or more is super senior citizen. In case of other individuals, HUF, Association of Persons, Body of Individuals, Artificial Judicial Person. So other than senior citizen and super senior citizen, below 60 years of age, up to 2,50,000 my income is exempt. 2,50,000 to 5 lakh income is taxable at the rate of 5%. 5 lakh to 10 lakh income is taxable at the rate of 20%. 10 lakh and above income is taxable at the rate of 30%. So these are my slab rates for individual HUF tax rates for individual HUF AOP BOI. So same tax rates. There is no change in tax rates. In 21-22 also we were following the same rates, and in 22-23 also we are following the same rates. Now coming to section 87A, that is rebate. Here also there is no change. So applicable to resident individual. Resident condition is a person should be resident, person should be individual. A company can claim rebate, no. HUF, AOP, BOI, partnership firm, no. Individual, resident individual can only claim rebate under section 87A. Total income of assessee does not exceed 5 lakh. I have my income of 3 lakhs and I'm paying 2,000 tax, I can get rebate. Income is 7 lakhs, I will not get rebate. I'm non-resident and I'm claiming rebate, my income is 4 lakhs. No, I cannot get. So resident, first condition is resident, individual, income should be less than 5 lakhs. Quantum of rebate, lower of the following: 100% of tax liability or 12,500, whichever is lower. 100% of tax liability or 12,500, whichever is lower. So it is easy. 87A gives you rebate if your income is more than 5 lakhs. So for 6 to 7 years, my income is less than 5 lakhs. 4 lakh 50, 4 lakh 10, 3 lakh, 2 lakh 50, 2 lakh 10,000, 2 lakh 30,000, 3 lakh, 4 lakh, 3 lakh 50,000. Then in this case, I can get rebate. I should be resident. Resident 5 lakh rupees or less than 5 lakh rupees, 100% of tax liability or 12,500, whichever is lower. So these are my conditions for 87A, no change here. Even in my previous year, it was 21-22 also it was same, and now also it is same. Coming to surcharge. Surcharge at the following rates is also payable on tax as computed above after rebate under section 87A. Total income does not exceed 50 lakhs, no surcharge. Total income does not exceed 50 lakhs, no surcharge. There's a small change here. I'll tell you about the change. Then comes total income exceeds 50 lakhs but does not exceed 1 crore, 10%. So above 1 crore, my surcharge rate is 10%. More than 1 crore but up to 2 crore, it is 15%. More than 2 crore but up to 5 crore, it is 25%. And more than 5 crore, it is 37%. These are my surcharge rates, right? Now, there was one condition here. And what was that condition? I'll read out that condition for you. Where the total income includes dividend, any income chargeable under section 111A. What is 111A for? Any capital gain, that is short-term capital gain arising from stock exchange, that is equity shares. Okay, any capital gain arising from transfer of equity shares, that is 111A. So where total income includes dividend, first income, any income chargeable under 111A or 111(2)(a), that is long-term capital gain arising from transfer of equity shares. Surcharge on the amount of income tax computed on that part of income shall not exceed 15%. So till now, matlab in the year 21-22, it was only 3 incomes were covered. And which were those 3 incomes? Dividend, short-term capital gain arising from transfer of equity shares, long-term capital gain arising from transfer of equity shares. These 3 incomes were covered, where if you're earning anything from these 3 incomes, your surcharge will be 15%. It will not be 37% or 25%. It was restricted to 15%. Correct? It was restricted to 15%. But what government has done now, government has added one more point, one more income, one more section to it, and that is 112. That is 112. What is 112? Long-term capital gains arising from any transfer of asset. If I want to transfer property, land, and I gain any long-term capital gain, then that gain will also attract 15% of surcharge only, and not 25 and 37. Okay, earlier, long-term capital gain arising from any transfer of asset other than equity shares, any transfer of asset, that was attracting 25 and 37% of tax surcharge. But now, instead of 37 and 25%, even that income is bought under this head, and the surcharge limit is restricted to 15%. Okay. So that was the change. And health and education cess is 4%. Then comes firm or limited liability, no change. 30% is my tax rate. And if my income goes above 1 CR, 12% is my surcharge rate. Marginal relief is available, yes, and 4% of health and education cess. Then comes my company. In case of domestic company, where its total turnover or gross receipts during previous year 2021 does not exceed 400 crores, then it is 25%. In any other case, 30%. And in foreign company, for foreign company, it is 40%. Then comes total income and total surcharge. If it is more than 10 crores, 12%. If it is less than 10 crores but more than 1 crore, 7%. Again, no change here. No change for tax rates or surcharge rates for company. No change. There is one small change for cooperative housing society. So for cooperative societies, so if you have cooperative societies, so for cooperative societies, the tax rates are same, no change in tax rates, but there is change in surcharge rate. Okay, there is change in surcharge rate. Earlier, surcharge rate was flat rate. We were adding surcharge to cooperative societies income. But now, like companies, यहाँ पे भी आ गया है. If it is more than 1 crore, up to 10 crores, 7%. More than 10 crores, 12% will be my surcharge rate. My tax rates are as it is. No change in tax rates. My surcharge rate has changed. Okay. So this was about my tax rates for company, for firms, LLP, individuals and cooperative societies. Now there's one more point which is added under this Finance Act 22, for individuals opting for concessional tax regime. That is, you must have heard, new tax regime. Old tax regime, new tax regime. So what we studied earlier was under old tax regime, and this particular part is for new tax regime. So for individuals opting for concessional tax regime under section 115 BSC of the Act, up to 5 lakh, up to 2 lakh 50, there is no taxation. From 2 lakh 50 to 5 lakh 5%, from 5 lakh to 7 lakh 50 10%, 7 lakh 50 to 10 lakh 15%, 10 lakh to 12 lakh 50 20%, 12 lakh 50 to 15 lakh 25, and above 15 lakh 30%. So this is my slab rates for new tax regime. These are my slab rates for new tax regime. Then we have next amendment under section 68, that is cash credit. What is cash credit? Your tax rate is 78%. Under section 68, tax rate is 78%. 78%. So what is cash credit? What are the amendments under this? So with the help of illustration, I have tried to demonstrate this amendment. So we have Miss PV and we have Mr. KV. So Miss PV, she got an income of 5 crore in her bank account. So this 5 crore rupees she got as loan and she has taken from Mr. KV. Now, Income Tax Department approached Miss PV and asked her about this 5 crore rupees. So she gave explanation as in it is a loan amount. So from whom? Government asked her, from whom you have taken this loan amount? So she replied that we have taken from Mr. KV. So government approached Mr. KV and asked about the source of this 5 crore rupees. Mr. KV was not able to answer, and whatever explanation Mr. KV was giving, that was not satisfactory. Then in this case, we will assume that we as income tax authority or government will assume that explanation given by Miss PV is also not satisfactory, and she is liable to pay tax at the rate of 78%. So this is amendment under cash credit. Then I was just going through few chapters such as residential chapter, residential status, no amendment. Then there is exempt income, no amendment under that chapter. Alternative minimum tax, no amendment. Then we have salary, a small amendment under salary chapter. A medical facility. You must be knowing about the medical facility. We have one topic under our salary chapter, that is medical facility. So what is this chapter? What is this topic about? There we have, if you provide a facility under government hospitals, private hospitals, few services are taxable, few are exempt. Correct. So here a new point is introduced, and this point is related to COVID-19. I'll just read out. Exemption allowed in respect of any illness relating to COVID-19, subject to such conditions as central government may notify. Employee shall submit following documents to the employer: COVID-19 positive report of the employee or his family member, a certification in respect of all expenditures incurred on the treatment, all necessary documents of medical treatment of the employee or his family member for COVID-19 or illness related to COVID-19 suffered within 6 months from the date of being determined as COVID-19 positive. If these three conditions are satisfied, then in this case, anything related, any expenditure related to or any income related to my COVID-19 is exempt. That was my small change under salary head. Then there is no change in house property, PGBP, profits and gains from business or profession. Under this chapter, there is a small change under section 37. Now, what is section 37 about? What is section 37 about? Section 37 says that sorry, expenses should be legal. It should not be illegal like hafta, bribes, secret commissions. It should not be like that. Expenses should be legal. So following expenses treated as illegal and not allowed as deductions. So these expenses which are given here, these expenses will be treated as illegal and it will not be allowed as deductions. For any purpose which is an offense under or which is prohibited by any law for time being in force. For any purpose which is an offense under or which is prohibited by any law for time being in force in India or outside India. Any law, whether Indian law or other law, foreign country law, says that this particular item is offense for us or prohibited, then that expenses will not be allowed or allowed for deduction. To provide any benefit or perquisite in whatever form to a person, whether or not carrying on a business or exercising a profession, and acceptance of such benefit or perquisite by such person is in violation of any law or rule or regulation or guidelines, as the case may be, for time being in force governing the conduct of such person. So here we have second point, and the second point is related to the benefit or perquisite is provided. I am providing benefit or perquisite to to Mr. A. Irrespective of Mr. A performing business or profession, anything, but even if he's not performing, I'm okay. But if he's using that activity for some illegal